Okay guys, I think it's my first drive out after MCO ended. Wow, I'm happy to see the city coming back to life. I think we all can pull through this. I mean, we continue, doing what we do, but being very, very conscious of what's going on, the masks that we should wear, the hand sanitizers that we should have, and I think that should help a lot in terms of managing hygiene or disinfecting ourselves, and curbing the spread of COVID-19 or any other diseases. And I think if everybody practices this, right, there will be a lot less disease transmission, not just COVID-19. Yep. So where am I heading? I am very excited. I'm heading to see a car. Not me buying, but my friend invited me to go check out a car that I absolutely love. And I've been looking at this car, even before I got this, I've been looking at it, I'm like, wow. But I know it doesn't fit my purpose, and moreover, it is beyond any period of loan available. So basically, it is a cash buy, but it is a bargain. It is a bargain. I mean, for those who can afford, of course. It's no longer applicable to apply loan for this car because it is a 2004 car. Yes, it's old, but it's gold, as in the value, I think. So I'm gonna go check it out with my friend. I hope he buys it because I know this car is going up in value in the UK. And Malaysia car prices sort of follow UK car valuation. So it's going up in UK, and this is a value buy. I mean, yeah, compared to a lot of overpriced JDM cars now, this is a proper great car. Alright? So I'm gonna show you guys when I arrive there. The roads are bad, and I hope motorcycles also practice some social distancing, Don't always come so near. Damn scary, right? Oh, this S-Class was a legend back then, huh? Now it's worth like what, 35,000? Damn. I can't wait to see the car. I'll just tell you guys what car it is now, huh? It is a Ferrari 575 Maranello. To me, this is the most beautiful Ferrari road car of modern history. Modern day Ferraris. I think this car is absolutely gorgeous. It is prettier than the 599 that replaces it. It is prettier than the F12 that replaces the 599, and it is certainly prettier than the 812 that replaces the F12. This is a 5.7 liter V12 Ferrari that in my opinion is just absolutely gorgeous. It still has that slim design of Ferraris of yesteryears, and it is a V12 front engine Super GT, right? And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it is, wow, I forgot that I need to, this is how it feels like driving in Klang Valley. There will be cars all around us, there will be motorcycles all around us. We have to be alert at all times. It feels good to see the city coming back alive, But that also means the things we like and the things we don't like will come back as well. And then very quickly people will forget about everything, right? Oh, I'm a bit late. I should be there at 3:30. It's 3:35 now. And oh, are we going up here? Yes. Yes. Such a lovely car to drive. Such a lovely car to drive. I actually did look at the 575 Maranello and imagine, right? But I know I'm not that level yet. The level where one can drop in a few 100,000 ringgit cash to buy a Ferrari. Oh, that's an Audi S8. Hoyo! That's an S8. That's a real sleeper right there, bro. Oh, Audi S8. 560 horsepower in an unassuming sedan, right? So the 575 Maranello is really something. I mean, if it is a manual, I would have just went straight there, but it's an F1 gearbox, right? So this one is the F1 gearbox, and I've been looking at it in Muda. I'm like, wow, this car is a bargain now. And finally it attracted attention, and then my friend happened to be the one who was going out there to check out the car, and I'm like, buy, please buy. Now let's look at car valuation this way. Car prices in UK of this car, let's say any car that you're looking at, right? Let's say you're looking at a Ferrari FF, let's say. If UK prices are £130,000, you can expect the value in Malaysia to be about 1.3 million. Yes, the currency is not 10 times, but don't forget our market prices, we have to include the initial duties and excise and all that. That makes up our market valuation, right? So our market valuation is about times 10 of what UK prices are for these exotic cars, all right, in terms of numbers. So it's not just the straightforward British pound convert to ringgit. No, the valuation happens to be roughly times 10, all right? Of course, you get a good deal, it will be times 9 or something like that. Oh, I miss traffic jams. We have traffic jams. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Forgot about this. This lane is for the university. I'm in. Okay. Let's hope I don't meet some passive-aggressive people. But yeah, coming back to the value. So the prices of the 575 Maranello. So for those of you who are not sure with what model this is, it is sort of like the facelift of the 550, all right? And it became 575. 575 would come with a hood scoop in front, all right? Of course, power has been bumped up as well. And this particular model is the last batch of production. It is 2004. So this is likely the revised and the last batch of the 575 Maranello before it was replaced by the 599 GTB. Why is this car driving half a lane? Oh well. And of course, it is a V12, alright? 5.7, or was it 5.4? I forgot. Liters V12. And it produces about the same horsepower as this car. This is 560 horsepower, and that should be about the same as well. Alright? So I am excited. Lovely. almost there. Am I almost there? Oh, still quite some distance away. Alright. Go from the long way then. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't wait to go and see this car. It's just beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Because I don't think the interior will be as well built as this. Even an Aston from the 2005, 2006 era, I think will be better built than any Ferraris. But at the end of the day, it is a Ferrari, right? It is a Ferrari. It's just different. Alright, cheers. Continue later. I figure I just run the camera. So, yes, MCO. Actually, it's not so much the MCO. I mean, for us, right? Yes, it does affect. But to be honest, Malaysia's economy has been coming down since the third or fourth quarter of last year, right? It's already coming down. So, yes, I know I made committed these two cars at the wrong time, but either I spend my time regretting or I spend my time working hard, and hopefully I get to continue drive these wonderful cars that I'm privileged enough to be able to drive, right? I can only hope that. Other than that, I don't wish for more. Of course, if times are really bad, I have to let go of the cars, and then I'll let go, right? I don't mind driving any other cars because of the profession I have. I will still be able to enjoy some driving, I reckon. Is it this road? Oh yes, it is. Scary motorcycles. Nanti I bagi address
Okay, bos.
Saya tengok WhatsApp dulu. 568 Jalan 17/18.
This one, bos.
Yeah, I saw the map.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Kimi dalam ah? Oh, Kimi sudah masuk? Okay. Saya reverse sajalah. I've arrived! Oh, I can't wait to have a look at the car. Alright. Okay. Oh, look at this beautiful car. This
crown
one?
pedal.
Doesn't
We got reverse.
only for reverse.
Only for reverse.
So masuk gear,
Masuk gear, auto.
press auto. Oh, the
Auto
handbrake release. And then it will roll, right?
Yeah, it will.
It will, right?
I think so.
Because
Yeah,
I don't think it catches.
This is an old car.
Yeah, man. So, when I pull the lever, it moved my seat.
Yeah, it does. Auto.
So where do we go? Left, right,
Yeah,
right. Left, ah.
Left go out.
So what did he say about the steering?
He said maybe the fluid, because he checked everything is okay. But he said don't buy first, don't give money, go check first, send the car, go to your preferred guy and check and see what's the problem.
Yeah. Where do you go?
Sorry.
Oh, 揸出嚟啊? Okay. Wow, nice. Steering very light.
Very light.
Yeah, Ferrari steering.
Steering 有聲.
It's a classic car already lah.
16歲咯.
Yeah lor. But the condition good ah?
Yeah, condition is good. Engine is still running.
Yeah, that's the automated manual gearbox.
Yeah.
You have to know when to lift off, huh? Yeah. Hello? Have to get it checked, oh. But I reckon this kind of car, right, the most important thing is the body and the interior, you know.
Yeah.
Mechanical, 俾錢啫嘛. Or you pay, then you fix, you pay, then you fix. Yeah, man. Still very comfortable.
Yeah, it's a comfortable. That's why when I sat on the F12, I almost bought the F12. Then I found out that the guy got a bit of issue, something like that. Somebody told me, give me a tip off. I said, don't buy. This guy got problem.
Got some history. Yeah.
So wow, dang man.
What price he offer?
1.4.
Okay.
I think now 1.1 only.
Are we going up or U-turn?
Up to you. You're familiar with section 17, right? No.
Not very.
No, then turn right.
Okay. Interior condition, everything still
Actually,
very good.
Very good, very good. Because I wanted to, I'm also looking at the Speciale. So.
But Speciales are everywhere, right?
No, how to get Speciale? Very rare.
Is it?
Very hard to get.
No. Oh, sorry. 458 Speciale.
458 a lot.
My friend thinking of selling if you want.
Is it?
He's damn lucky, you know. He bought it last year. He managed to buy a brand new car that was in storage since 2016.
Black color.
Black.
Oh, black color. Okay.
Yeah. So.
You registered or Langkawi?
Registered.
Registered
He paid duty, everything.
Oh, okay. How much?
Don't know. I can hook you up.
Yes.
Specially that one worth keeping.
Worth keeping.
That one worth keeping.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one yellow one, Langkawi. Going for 1.7. I think maybe 1.6 you can.
Do I go straight? Turn.
And then if I want to go to the red color and the blue stripe, your guy in DJ can do it.
Of course.
Exactly
you mean
the same.
auto detailer, right? Definitely, Definitely can do that guy. His connection, his network is crazy, you know. Got another driving kaki, right? He has previously the M3 GTS, the one with the roll cage.
Okay.
So he had that car, then he wanted to buy the M4 GTS. So when he heard the M4 GTS is coming out, then he went to BMW Malaysia. BMW say, oh sorry, Malaysia don't get any allocation. Then he went to Darren. Darren managed to get him one from Germany. Yeah. Pretty easy to drive. It's just that thing that worries her. I think it's just an old part.
Sorry.
Oops. that just need some...
Actually, a 458 都好好揸. I had a 45 white color one.
Oh, you had one?
Oh. Nice. But I like the special because now I want to buy rare cars. So everything rare. 保值嘛。
係咯。頭先你有踩冇？
我有踩輪。你唔踩？你知你轉翻去再踩個快嘅，不過好多坑啦啲寫啲啊。
Yeah.
踩下就嚟啦。
It feels like a turbo car.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
It feels like 呢度冇坑嘅，你講啦。
Even when you start the car, right, it feels like a turbocharged car. Interesting. But the response is good. It's just that it doesn't have the V12 sound.
Correct.
But this price.
Yeah lah.
This is what 3 series price.
Yeah.
Or 5 series. Yeah, the steering wheel.
It's quite worrying, the steering wheel.
I think it's just buy a replacement. I think this one still runs on steering pump, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know that's about cars.
It's so easy to drive.
Yeah.
Oh.
F12 係，哇！我坐喺度幾舒服嘅啫喎。
F12 啊？
Oh my god！你有冇揸過？Oh my god！ So good。
I drove the GDC4 also。
哦，also。正唔正？
揸快嗰陣時 steering 輕，我唔中意。哦。呢堂真係靚。For the price is you cannot argue 啦。Yep, you adjust your seats when you pull the handbrake. Yep. Okay, so I've driven the 575 Maranello, and it's a slow drive because for me, classic cars like this, even though it's not super classic, but when you go up a car, you judge based on its condition. The condition is really good. It's very comfortable, and the engine starts well, runs well. The gearbox expected the F1 gearbox expected. The only thing is that the steering feels slightly loose, so I don't usually whack cars that are not supposed to be whacked, you know. If it is a test drive car, yes. If the owner gives me permission to whack it a bit in Genting, then okay. But in housing areas, no lah. I don't do that. And so, how was it like? To be completely honest, it is slightly more underwhelming than I thought. Sorry, let me ways a bit. Am I on the right way? Nope, not on the right way, so I'll just make a right turn in front. Okay, so how does it feel? It is the kind of car where when you look at it, you say, wow, it's beautiful. And then after you drive it, you start the car, and you go in, you're like, okay. You know, it shows its age. It's a car maybe engineered and designed in the late 90s. And it's not as taut or tight as a more modern car. Right? And certainly in terms of sound, it cannot be compared to an Aston Martin. Alright, it's The funny thing is, it feels turbocharged, even though it's not. It's 5.7 or 5.4 or 5.7. I think it's 5.4 liter V12. When we start the car, you hear more intake than exhaust, and then when you floor the throttle, it feels like a modern turbocharged car, as in the boost comes in early. You feel as though there is something that boosts the intake to suck in more air and press the air into the combustion chamber. So it feels more eager to push using compressed air, as opposed to this one, it pushes using revs, you know. So interesting experience, a very, very different character. If I were to directly compare that to this, of course they are 10 years apart, but yeah, that's my outtake. There is a bit of a scenario whereby don't meet your hero kind of scenario, because I have all sorts of imaginations of a V12 Ferrari, and of course the way it looks, the classic way it looks. I was kind of expecting, let me move you guys there, since it's a traffic jam. Sorry. I was kind of expecting the sort of more mechanical or analog kind of sound or driving feel, you know. I didn't, sorry about the mess here. I was kind of hoping there is that, you know, that kind of sound, or more mechanical sound, but apparently it's just, you know, interesting, very interesting. And of course the gear shifts, the F1 transmission is a better, it's an easier manual, not necessarily better. It just removes the hassle of pressing on a heavy clutch. That's about it. Alright, it's not meant to replace an automatic gearbox. It is just meant to replace the clutch in a manual gearbox, but still with a manual gearbox construction, you know. So that's the only reason you would want an F1 gearbox. So yeah, in that kind of don't meet your hero kind of scenario, after driving the car, I don't last after the car that much. But if it were a manual, if it is a manual, then it would be a very, very different case. As for the engine note, I think that is a little bit underwhelming as well, because this sounds beautiful, right? I never thought a V12 Ferrari would just sound. Of course, Astons, they tune their engine to deliver oral enjoyment at the low revs, whereas everybody says Ferrari lets you enjoy in the high revs. Alright? So I guess that's the difference. Yep. Do I have touch and go? Somehow, where's my Smart 10? It's not in this car. Crap. Alright, yep, I've driven the 575 Maranello, albeit short distance. I'm not gonna throw the car into a corner and all that. It's a GT car at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't last after it that much already. This is much better. And if you're considering between a 575 Maranello or an Aston Martin Repeat, the Repeat will give you the oral enjoyment, the interior enjoyment, the build quality, way better build quality, way better ergonomics. Something hilarious, when I pulled the handbrake lever, when I was trying to release it or when I was trying to engage it, I moved my seats. It's just right next to the seat controls. Yeah. I guess that's the same with the DB9. The DB9 has a manual gear lever on the right side as well. Yeah. Is this my first test drive after MCO? Probably. But I still love the way the car looks. If only it sounds and behaves like this. Yeah. If only. Alright. Cheers. Oh. Just listen to the transmission. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Oh. If you're looking at 300 over 1,000 on the repeats, that's the kind of driving experience you get. Go for it, guys. It's... damn. The sound. Wonderful. Wonderful. I think I want to change these bridge stones. I think this car will be a lot better with, let's say, the Conti Extreme Sport Contact that I have on my 6 Series, or some lovely Michelin PS4S. That would be nice. Yeah, that would have been nice. So I need to go get some hair dye for my wife. I'm gonna help her dye her hair because the salons are not open yet. Lovely short outing. That's what you want. That's what you want. Lovely. Oh, on a side note, some guy just arranged an Audi S4 to one of our inspection centers to inspect the car, and then after the inspection, he messaged me and said thank you, because basically the inspection center, the one that I went to with my RS6, text him and say, if can, look for another one. You know, there's engine oil leak, there's basically, piece of shit. Just put on your indicators, bro. So I'm glad that our service actually helped. Of course, it has helped quite a number of people, but someone who came to me, asked about an Audi S4, and then he spotted one, and then the price is good, everything is alright. I say, go try it. And then he sent the car for inspection at one of our inspection centers, and then they found some worrying things and then asked him not to proceed. This is what we want. This is why we do this. This is exactly why we do this. We want people to be slightly more daring in buying some great value performance enthusiast cars, but we also know that out there are people who buy these sort of cars and then they didn't take care of them, they can't afford to do this, to do that, and then they want to sell it, and we don't want people who trust us to fall into this predicament of having to fix something and all that, you know, or if it is a big issue. Of course, if it is a small issue, they will just tell them, oh, no worries, we can go ahead with it, you know. But if it's worrying, then don't get it and then find another one. That's why we do this, you know. For me to just sit in front of the computer and then tell you, oh, this looks alright, oh, interior looks fine and all that, that's not enough. That's not enough, because I'm basing my understanding of my own car, right? But I'm a person who is meticulous with stuffs in the engine bay. I may not be meticulous with my exterior and the other stuffs, because those to me is just if you have a week's time, send it there, they'll get it buffed out and then the car looks good. That's it. But mechanical stuffs in the engine bay, to me, that's more important, right? So it depends on cars, right? Depends on cars. So I'm glad that the guy showed me, and then I said go and get the car inspected. I passed him the contact, basically one of our list of inspection centers, and then he went there and then he thanked me and said that, wow, thanks Bobby. So yeah, this is why we do what we do. Alright, at evomalaysia.com. Alright guys, have a great day and stay safe, stay happy. Things will be better. Cheers. Almost run into an accident just now. Those numbskull aunties are back. Alright? So you are trying to reverse out of your parking, and then you checked there are no cars, and then you slowly reverse and half your car is already out of your parking lot. This numbskull auntie happily trundling along, turn in, and they don't even slow down. They just turn in and then they whack the throttle, alright, as if nobody will walk out from all the parked cars, and your car is halfway reversing and then they just slid through. First Myvi, auntie. Second, Subaru XV, another auntie. Like, they don't care what's going on, they just don't care. Oh, you know, just happily, they see a gap, then they go in. They see a gap, then they go out. Accidents could have happened. If you expect these aunties to slow down their car because they are observant of what's going on, no! Ooh, after MCO, I'm gonna buy my thing, banana, here I come. They shouldn't be driving. These people are the dangerous ones. The ignorant, self-centered people who are oblivious to whatever that is going on around the world. They might not be driving fast, they might not have the guts to drive 150, 160, but they are dangerous at 30 km/h. Extremely dangerous. They fly over speed bumps, they drive their cars fast in parking lots, they don't anticipate other cars might be around them or wanting to come out of their parking or whatsoever. They just don't care. All they care is, I have my car, the road in front is empty, I whack my throttle. Oh. And they're not even thinking about anything. These are the most dangerous drivers. If they're on the highway, they're in the middle lane, oh, the lorry slowed down, I'll just move out of the fast lane. They don't care. These are the type of people who should have their license being taken away from them, because they are a hazard. Yeah. Sorry, finish rant. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen.